Okay, we're reading out of Esbill's season, the references to self-indulgence. Jerry's going to start on page 12.
Seeking fool's gold. Pride is the basic breeder of most human difficulties, the chief block to true progress. Pride lures us into making demands upon ourselves or upon others, which cannot be met without perverting or misusing our God-given instincts. When the satisfaction of our instincts for sex, security, and the place in society becomes the primary object of our lives, then pride steps in to justify our excesses. I may attain humility for today only to the extent that I am able to avoid the hog of guilt and rebellion on one hand, and on the other hand, that fair but deceiving land which is strewn with the fool's gold coins of pride. This is how I can find and stay on the high road to humility, which lies between those extremes. Therefore, a constant inventory which can reveal when I am off the road is always in order.
Okay, next reading is on page 100, The Forgotten Mountain. When I was a child, I acquired some of the traits that had a lot to do with my insatiable craving for alcohol. I was brought up in a little town in Vermont under the shadow of Mount Aeolus. An early recollection is that of looking up at this vast and mysterious mountain, wondering what it meant and whether I could ever climb that high. But I was presently distracted by my aunt, who, as a 4th birthday present, made me a plate of fudge. For the next 35 years, I pursued the fudge of life and quite forgot about the mountain. When self-indulgence is less than ruinous, we have a milder word for it. We call it taking our comfort. Okay, Jerry's going to do 142.
God-given instincts. Creation gave us instincts for a purpose. Without them, we wouldn't be complete human beings. If men and women didn't exert themselves to be secure in their person, made no effort to harvest food or construct shelter, there would be no survival. If they didn't reproduce, the earth wouldn't be populated. If there were no social instincts, there would be no society. Yet these instincts, so necessary for our existence, often far exceed their proper functions, powerfully blinded, many times subtly, that drive us, dominate us, and insist upon ruling our lives. We tried to shape a same ideal for our future sex life. We subjected each relation to the test. Was it selfish or no? We asked God to mold our ideals and help us live up to them. We remembered always that our sex powers were God-given and therefore good, neither to be used lightly or selfishly, nor to be despised and loathed.
And then our final reading, 330, To grow up. Those adolescent urges that so many of us have for complete approval, utter security, and perfect romance, urges quite appropriate to age 17, prove to be an impossible way of life at 47 or 57. Since AA began, I've taken huge wallops in all these areas because of my failure to grow up emotionally and spiritually. As we grow spiritually, we find that our old attitudes towards our instinctual drives need to undergo drastic revisions. Our demands for emotional security and wealth, for personal prestige and power, all have to be tempered and redirected. We learn that the full satisfaction of these demands cannot be the sole end and aim of our lives. We cannot place the cart before the horse, or we shall be pulled backward into disillusionment. But when we are willing to place spiritual growth first, then and only then do we have a real chance to grow in healthy awareness and mature love.